Hello everybody, my name is Braylon Rising and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I didn't post a crime video last week because it has been hectic. Me and my boyfriend just adopted a 3-month-old puppy from an animal shelter, and she is a freaking handful, and we're just now starting to get into a schedule with each other and a routine with the puppy and everything. So it's gonna be a while until I get a routine with this, and it sucks because like my last video I literally mentioned how I was trying to get on a scheduled routine and then I just came through and fucked it all up. Just a lot on my plate right now, but just bear with me and just know that I'm not quitting making these videos or anything. It's just a little hectic right now, so it's gonna be a little choppy with the videos. Now, the case we're doing today, which is the important thing, not my life, but the case that we're going to be covering today is another local one to me. Today we are going to be jumping into the case of Jerry Wolking, and there's going to be a lot of different facts in this and a lot of things that don't make sense because a lot of the articles I read, which there isn't very many, and if there is, they don't have a lot written on them. They're all different, and I've listened to a couple podcasts, but a lot of them aren't even that long. They're like 12-minute long podcasts, and the pages you go to, even like the QC websites, it's just a paragraph written, and it doesn't even like go in depth about who this guy was, you know, his back life, and I don't know, I feel like there just wasn't a lot of information covered on this case, and factual evidence is kind of iffy. There are some things that we do know, but there's some things that are just speculation or from rumors. I want to remind everyone that I do not mean any harm to the families or victims that I'm talking about in this video. I'm simply trying to spread awareness. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the unsolved case of Jerry Wolking. Jerry Wolking was described as a loving, warm, friendly family man. He was loved by everybody. He was so close with his family. He loved his grandkids. He loved his kids. I mean, he was just an active family member and was always there for every event and was just very sweet and loving. He was an active worker at the time at John Deere Harvester Works here in Moline, and he was around 52 at this time, so he was nearing the time of retirement, and he was very excited to finally be able to live his life freely without having to work anymore. He had just come out of a divorce, and, you know, he had his history with his wife, and now he was jumping into another relationship with a girlfriend who was still unnamed at this time. And he was just enjoying this fresh new start that he was having. It seemed as though Jerry was just very happy with where his life was at the time and where it was going, and he was just happy with the cards that he was dealt. He seemed to be a very humble guy. It was the autumn of 1990, 30 years ago today, and Jerry's family noticed some subtle changes in the way he was acting. It was his granddaughter's birthday party, something he would have been so happy and involved in, but he was acting very strange. He was pacing, and he wasn't very just communicating with anybody much. And it really started to make people concerned when Jerry didn't even want to stay to give his granddaughter his birthday present. He just wanted to leave it there for her to open and not even be around to, you know, say I gave this to you or for a thank you or nothing. He just wanted to drop it off and go. And that was very strange because, like I said, Jerry was a very loving family man. He never would have missed this event at all. And the fact that he was trying to leave early, even before giving her a gift, to the family just didn't settle right. His family seemed to just shrug it off as a bad day. It was October 18th, sometime around 11 p.m. when Jerry came home that night. His girlfriend was the last one to see him, and we can assume he was planning on going to work the next day since he set out his heart medication, packed his lunch, and set his alarm clocks. It's unknown if his girlfriend saw him before or after he got everything ready for work. But Jerry did not return to work the next day. Police immediately started searching for Jerry when they realized he had not come to work. Jerry was last seen wearing jeans, a plaid shirt, tennis shoes, and a gold satin Quad City Car Club jacket. Jerry's son, Jerry Jr., told police that the last time he saw him was October 16th, 1990, 2 days before he had disappeared. Jerry was also said to have been seen leaving a friend's house the day that he disappeared, but this could not be confirmed. On October 21st, 1990, Jerry Wolking's son, Jerry Jr., found his father's SUV parked in the Quad City International Airport. This was very odd to Jerry Jr. because he knew that his father was a very avid car lover. He was even in a car club, and he was actually president of this car club. And he would never have left his car in any condition but pristine. And it was very odd that he just left his car here. And what was even more odd was the condition that the car was in. The tires of the SUV and the undercarriage of the car was caked in mud. Also, the contents inside the car looked to be thrown everywhere, like someone had just ransacked the whole thing, like they were just throwing shit everywhere. On all four sides of the exterior of the vehicle, blood stains and blood drops were found, as well as inside the vehicle. Later, when these blood samples were tested, they came back and confirmed to be that of Jerry Wolking. Police also found while searching this SUV that there was significant damage to the grille and headlight, as well as an indent on the SUV, which corresponded with something or somebody being hit by the car. A witness later came forward and claimed to have seen Jerry's or similar to Jerry's vehicle stuck in the mud on October 19th, 1990, the same day he disappeared. It was near a wooded area of the Poplar Grove addition just east of the Green Valley softball complex in Moline. This is the same place where after a week, Jerry Wolking's wallet was also found. Now, with the help of Augustana College Genealogy Department, they were able to take samples of the dirt and grass that was found on Jerry Wolking's car and matched it to the same area where his wallet was also found, the Poplar Grove area. Police continued interviewing everybody close or around Jerry Wolking to just find who could have done this to him or if they knew of any answers of what had happened to him. But everybody, like I said before, just said that Jerry was a lovable man and that they don't know anybody that could have done this to him. They started looking into Jerry's girlfriend's past, who, like I said, his name has not been disclosed. Over the few months that their relationship had gone, it seemed that jealousy was coming from the girlfriend's ex-estranged husband, Cornelius Saddam. And a lot of close friends and co-workers came forward and said that Jerry Wolking had confided them on a number of occasions, saying that he was scared of Saddam and that he was intimidated and that he was getting threats from him, and that if something were to happen to him, if he were to die, it would be him. It would be his fault. A private investigator even came forward and said that he was hired by Saddam to watch Jerry Wolking and get more information on him, which is very, very strange. And I've seen in a lot of cases when somebody says, if something happens to me, it was this person, it's always that person. Police concluded that sometime on the night of October 18th, 1990, Jerry had come home and had been met by one or more attackers. A struggle seemed to have taken place, and judging by the damage and blood on his SUV, they could conclude that he was hit by his own car. It is unknown if this hit was fatal, but we do know that Jerry was then transported in his car to the Quad City International Airport, never to be seen again. In the summer of 2013, police began to dig in hopes to find Jerry's body. They learned that Saddam's relatives had owned some land somewhere in Milan, and they wanted to go dig that up and see if possibly Jerry was buried there. Moline Police Detective Michael Griffin said, quote, "There were things they found in the case that led them to believe that possibly that is the location where he may have ended up. So they brought in cadaver dogs and started to search. The hunch that police had on Saddam's relatives' land led them nowhere. They did not find anything. But we do know that now Jerry Wolking is probably dead, and the person that killed him has been dead probably for over 10 years. His girlfriend in this investigation has not been cooperative at all. She even went to go on and say, quote, "That case is long done. You should just leave it alone." She said that when she was trying to be interviewed. I don't know anybody that didn't do anything wouldn't cooperate with police. If you did not do anything, you're going to cooperate with police and tell them everything you know. His girlfriend is not being looked as a suspect. I don't know how. But nearly 15 years after Jerry Wolking's disappearance, credible strips were streaming through the police department. And in the last 6 years, police have been able to puzzle together a timeline of what they think possibly could have happened to Jerry. We know some facts of what they have been let out, but I think they're keeping a lot from the media just to be able to solve this case. I mean, I've mentioned in my other videos, police keep a lot from us until the case is solved. So they're definitely no more than they're letting off. Michael Griffin, the same investigator, even said, quote, "There are people who live within our community that continue to harbor these secrets. Maybe those people that they've had relationships with now want to tell us so we can give the Wolking family the resolution they deserve." This case is pretty freaking crazy, and I know it's a bit of a shorter one too, but it's just crazy to me that this has happened in our area. I've never heard of it before, and that he has just never been found. No suspects, no nothing. All that's been found is a freaking wallet. If someone ransacked through his car, I feel like police would be able to lift some fingerprints from that. I don't know how they didn't find any fingerprints from that, or if they did at all and they're just not letting us know. But I feel like there's a lot that we don't know and that police are keeping from us. And so it's kind of hard to say my theories or thoughts. I really honestly am leaning a lot towards Saddam, because I feel like when somebody tells you something like that if this happens to me, it was this person, you really got to just believe them, because in almost all cases, that's exactly what it is. And I don't know, I just got this feeling, especially the fact that this husband had been threatening Jerry for so long, even went to go hire a private investigator. Just seems a little suspicious. And you can tell that whoever had done this to Jerry knew him. This was a personal attack. I mean, he knew where he lived. He knew when to do it him. I mean, watch, the girlfriend had been behind this the whole time and set it up so that when he came home, I'm not even going to get into that because I know that these videos are supposed to be very unopinionated. I don't want to give the wrong idea of the girlfriend because we really don't know. It's just kind of hard not to share your opinions when someone's not being cooperative. I mean, share your answers. Share what you know. If you're not being cooperative, you're automatically like just sus to everybody. Jerry Wolking today would have been around the age of 80 years old, and although a lot of his loved ones have passed, still a lot of family remains, and the community also wants to just know what happened to this great, loving guy. If you or anybody know of anything of what happened to Jerry Wolking or who had done it, please contact the Moline Police Department. I just would really like to see this case solved because it is very sad that this just happens to such good people. Nobody deserves this kind of thing in their life. No family, no person deserves this at all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please share your thoughts and comments in the comment section below, and give it a like and a thumbs up. If you want to request any cases, feel free to freaking do so. Add all my social links, which are also all down below. All the information of where I got everything that I have, that I've shared with you today, is also all down below as well. I will see you all soon in the next video. Good day and bye.